What's up there? Oh, God, that was the worst. The worst of all the journal entry intros. That was the worst. I think that was the worst. Date is 10/23/2016. Time is 10:04 p.m. Was just upstairs listening to just my album. As I made like an acoustic. I don't know if I mentioned this on another journal or not, but I made like an acoustic thing of my album that I was just listening to, and it's occurring to me that everything that I say is pretty much non-consequential. Like, just everything that I say just doesn't ever lead up to anything. And it makes me wonder if that's just like a condition of being, just how this, I'm saying a lot, but there's like the fractal nature of the universe, and that things just keep expressing themselves in different forms on different levels, like planets, galaxies, solar system. It's just all things spinning around one central thing. But that's not the only fractal sort of thing. Just with me expressing Adam. I don't even remember what I was saying. I kind of just completely lost track of what I was saying. Everything that I do is inconsequential, and it's just an expression of who I am. I'm just an inconsequential person. Just like if you went down to the cellular level, you'd find just cells that weren't, just nobody cared about anything that the cells were doing. They would just be like, I don't know, there's probably cells making little computer journals on their little cell computers. God, I don't know how to take things and run with them. Just horrible at fucking, just, fucking joking in, when there's I guess they call it banter. I can't do it. I have no ability to fucking, I don't know if it's so much that it's like, it sometimes feels, I think the problem is that I sometimes feel like I'm just trying to act my way through it. Or, my brain's saying, come on, something please come up and fucking, so I can fucking add to this and not look like a fucking schlub here just sitting by myself. But nothing ever comes, is the thing. And so, I think it's because, I'm just so tense, because I just think everybody hates me. Yeah, but okay. Watch the Eagles. That was a weird. It was a weird way of saying okay. I feel like I'm on truth serum, just 24/7. Just I can't find myself not being able to tell a lie. And I mean that literally. I can't fucking tell a lie. I'm not trying to well, I guess maybe some part of me is trying to gain street cred here, but I just find that it's very hard for me to tell a lie. So maybe that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, you hear it when I'm talking. I'll start talking and then I'll catch myself and I'll be like, yeah, this is fucking. And I watched a video of somebody taking truth serum, like this BBC host or something. Like they put him on truth serum, and the way he was speaking, he was supposed to lie about being like a doctor or something. Like after they put, that was the experiment. They inject him with the drug, and then after the drug took hold, they wanted him to try to lie about being like a doctor, because he was just a TV presenter, not a doctor. And when they put the truth serum in him, first time he was able to lie, they didn't put enough of a dose in. But then they put enough of a dose in, and he couldn't lie. He was starting sentences like, "Oh yeah, I'm a truth. No. Oh yeah, I'm a doc. Yeah, I'm actually a TV presenter." Things like that. So, that's just how I live my whole life. I'll start. If I try to fucking lie, it just instantly my brain is, nobody's fucking believing you. Well, who the fuck do you think you're kidding? And maybe that's not with every, because I'm thinking have I ever lied with my songs? Is any part of that dishonest? Which probably is, more than likely is. Yeah. So I'm pathologically truthful. I don't mean that in like the cool, like, oh, I don't know, I can't control my mouth, I just say the truth as I see it, like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's like, oh, you just need a nose job. I think, there's a certain romance to when you say you want to think of yourself like that, but I'm most certainly not like that, because there's been times where I just didn't call out things that were obviously obvious, because I was scared of social pressures. So I don't know. I always see those like fucking experiments, like I forget what the experiments were called, but like they were shocking the person in the other room because an authority figure told them to. I always think like I wouldn't be susceptible to that, but I know I probably would be. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, so pathologically truthful. Eagles played today. They beat the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know what's wrong with my ear. Like I can, as I'm talking now, I can both taste blood, and feel something going on with my right ear. Something going on with that infection in there. So that's kind of fucking bullshit. But we'll see what happens with that. It's not coming up very loud today. I don't know why. So Eagles won today. I was very happy about that. Not much to really talk about. Defense played really well. Sacked Sam Bradford a bunch of times. I don't remember what I was about to say. I actually remember at the beginning of this journal, like going in thinking, oh, I'm not going to bet. It's like part of me was afraid, like, what if I have nothing to say this time? But that didn't happen. I think I'm to the point now where it's like I know how to navigate that like nothing to say thing, or I don't want to. I might not know how to navigate that. I am exceptionally good at talking myself out of things. Like if I'm on a roll, I'll think of a reason like why I shouldn't be on a roll. And I mean that generally, just like on a roll, like if you're doing things on a roll. Yeah, I was thinking also too that I would probably be a good business person if I weren't like pathologically honest. See, I'm saying that like I'm trying to sound cool, and I shouldn't try to sound fucking cool. It's pissing me off. Yeah, so that's like, it's like, just anytime somebody takes themselves too seriously, I always think, or I should say, well, actually, no, that would be a lie, because I never think of myself in this way. But anytime I see somebody taking themselves too seriously, I always see them like as a gorilla taking themselves too seriously. Like people when they go to like clubs and stuff, I just think like, what if it was a gorilla going to a club? I should say, there's no like resentment at all tied to that thought. It's just like, well, I mean, maybe some. But it's just like, what would it look like if a gorilla went into a club and was like, what would it look like if so there was this video on Facebook that was, I could not find the words for how like just douchey it was, but it was so douchey. And this is because kids that are like 16, they just have no concept of like how not to be a fucking douche. But the video was like this kid, he had a bunch of 20s in his hand and he was like flicking them down to his girlfriend or whatever, and he was like, it's like, I always spoil my girl, and it was just like, oh god, I just wanted to strangle the fucking kid. And it's like, what if it was a gorilla doing that? That's just where my head goes. I'm sure that's not anything special that I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, what if it was a fucking gorilla doing it? It would look stupid. Well, it doesn't have to be a gorilla. It's so douchey. Why would you make that video? That video serves no purpose other than to be like a humble brag. And Facebook is one fucking... Well, I mean, not all of it, but it's very easy to humble brag on Facebook. I've been guilty of it before. I don't want to say I haven't been guilty of that before. Yeah, so 2 seconds, 1, 0. Goodbye. That's been this journal, so goodbye. Goodbye. I don't know why I said that sentence. Okay, goodbye.